Yes, it's Tommy Maroon Sports Show, episode number 317. Yes, I keep track for those that are wondering at home. Why, I don't know, but it's a lot of fun nonetheless. Anyways, we gotta talk about those Cleveland Cavaliers. Yes, sirree. Oh boy, that was a nerve-wracking series against those Toronto Raptors, and the Raptors really gave the Cavs a run for their money, to say the least. Game 6 looked like it was soul-crushing for the Cavs. You see it right there. Both teams had the same amount of points after 6 games, and then same amount of points through 6.5 games. But anyways, Game 6 of the Eastern Conference quarterfinals was a 2-point loss in overtime that looked like it crushed the Cavs' soul. Evan Mobley, 26 points, 14 rebounds, and Donovan Mitchell, 24. James Harden was 1 rebound and 1 assist shy of a triple-double. Not bad. R.J. Barrett and Jacoby Walter had 24 points apiece. Scotty Barnes had 25 points and 14 assists, but none of his points were more important than that insane three that went in with 1.2 seconds left. Hit off the back of the rim, high up in the air, and then back down, and was good, and the Cavs lost in frustrating fashion. It looked like it was all over for the Cavs. And looking at this game, it looked like it was a sluggish start for the Cavs. You see it right there. Oh boy, but don't worry, it wasn't. As you know, I'm pretty sure we all know that by now, though. Cavs won 114-102, courtesy of an insane third quarter. Jared Allen, 22 points, and got this, 19 rebounds, all part of a 60-rebound day for the Cavaliers, whereas the Raptors had just a measly 33. Yep, that ain't good, but what is good is that the Cavs took it to the Raptors and the third quarter, outscoring them 38-19. That ain't easy, folks. That ain't easy. But anyways, what else happened? Donovan Mitchell also had 22, and James Harden had 18 points. Scotty Barnes, 24 points, 9 rebounds, and R.J. Barrett, 23 points. So there is that. Of course, you know what that means. The Cavs had to move on to the next round. Yes, sirree. How cool is that? They are going to play in the Eastern Conference semifinals. That's going to be very good. And Game 1 was not 1, but 2 nights ago against the Detroit Pistons, who arrived from a 3-1 hole to beat the Orlando Magic. Oh boy, I thought it was going to be Cavs Magic for a second, and then it wasn't. And then the Pistons won 111-101. It was a close game for the most part. Detroit chipped away at the end. In this game, Donovan Mitchell had 23 points and James Harden 22 points. Max Strus 19 points and 4 threes. Cade Cunningham 23 points and Jalen Duren with 11 points, 12 rebounds. Cavs were winning during this game, but it was only during the beginning of the game, and each club had 23 assists, just judging by the looks of it. I almost said 23 rebounds. I'd be like, that'd be awfully low. Oops, sorry. That'd be awfully low. Anyways, tonight is Game 2 of the Eastern Conference semifinals, featuring, you guessed it, 2 Central Division rivals in the Cavaliers and the Detroit Pistons. That's going to be a very good game out at, I think it's called the Little Caesars Arena, I'm not mistaken. Good. I don't ever want to be mistaken. Anyways, the Cavaliers have yet to win a road playoff game. They are a miserable 0-4. That's not good. Hopefully it becomes 1-4 after tonight. That won't be easy, though. Hopefully the Cavs have what it takes, just judging by the looks of it. Cade Cunningham's been going berserk in the playoffs. 31.3 points per game in the playoffs, 5.4 rebounds per game, and 7.1 assists per game. That is not easy. That is not easy at all. Looking at it, New York's up 2-0 on the Philadelphia 76ers. So it looks like the winner's gang the Knicks, not the 76ers. Almost said 76ers for some odd reason. Don't know why. That would have been awkward. But the series shifts to Philadelphia for that. In the Western Conference, Oklahoma City and the Los Angeles Lakers play tonight for Game 2. Thunder won Game 1 2 nights ago. And then in the Spurs beat the lights out of Minnesota, 133-95 last night. So that series is knotted up at 1. All right, folks, I'm not done yet. Don't you fret. Don't you fret. We still got the Cleveland Guardians to talk about. Yes, sirree. It was a very up and down tenure for the Guardians last week, but we got to talk about the team pitching leaders because we can. Let's bring your pet to the game day. If it makes you feel better, I'm allergic. I'm highly allergic to dogs, so there is that. I would not like that at all as a commentator. Anyways, Gavin Williams leads the Guardians with 5 wins. Cade Smith, 9 saves. Mr. Williams also leads the Guardians with 60 strikeouts and 49.1 innings. How about rookie sensation Parker Messick? 2.40 ERA and a .92 whip. That is pretty impressive, my friends. Series recap, Guardians against the A's. They're just the A's, not Oakland anymore, which drives me absolutely insane, as you know by now. But Oakland A's are just the A's. It didn't matter because Guardians took that series 2-1. Chase Stillwater, trying to be the Rookie of the Year winner. He went 4 for 4 in Game 1. I know we still got a long way to go to determine who's going to win Rookie of the Year, but still. And Rhys Hoskins homered in Game 1. When we're talking about rookies, why don't we talk about Travis Bazana, first overall pick in the MLB draft 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, 2 years ago. And the Australian picked up his first major league hit in Game 2. And Cal Manzardo, 3-run bomb in Game 2. Not bad. Chase the Warrior home run in Game 3. Aaron Savali, though, got the last laugh against his old team. That's right. He used to pitch for the Guardians, well, Indians, but same thing. But Savali won 6 innings against the Guardians and really took it to them. That's not good. What is good is that the Guardians won this game you're looking at last night, but what's also not good is that the Royals have a 2-1 series lead. Oh, boy. David Fry had a 2-run bomb in Game 1, which isn't bad, but Bobby Witt homered in Game 1. Rhys Hoskins had a 3-run jack in Game 2. Isaac Collins, 3 hits, a home run in Game 2. But in this game you're looking at right here, Joey Cantillo had himself a very solid outing. He went 5 innings, though, which drives me nuts. Why don't pitchers go longer than that? But they don't. I've never understood it. Oh, man. Chase Stillwater, 2 hits, 2 RBIs in Game 3. We got to look at the, standings and stuff. Yep, the Guardians have been outscored by 7 runs this year, which is not the best in the world, but again, not the worst. I mean, they sit at a 19-19 record, but that's good enough for first place. So before you start whining about those Guardians, hey, they're up top the AL Central, 1 game ahead of the Detroit Tigers, who had a crippling blow with Tarek Skubal out a few months due to some elbow injuries, if I'm not mistaken. But looking at the MLB standings, it's pretty weird. It seems as if, the National League is stacked and the American League is not stacked. Yep. Just look at this. New York Yankees are winning the division by half a game over the Tampa Bay Rays. Everyone else is 500 or worse. Everyone else is 500 or worse. Where in the world does that make sense? Exactly. Well, the Guardians are 1 game ahead of Detroit, 1.5 games ahead of Kansas City and Chicago, and 2.5 ahead of the Minnesota Twins. This is going to be very funny. I mean, Oakland, they're winning the division with an 18-18 record. Seattle is 18-20. I mean, you'd assume the Mariners, considering what they've done the last few years, especially last year, they would pick it up eventually, but still a sluggish start. And while we're on the subject of sluggish starts, we got to talk about the Toronto Blue Jays, 16-21, fresh off that pennant run last year, being 4 strikes away from winning the World Series last year and ultimately not winning, of course, in such frustrating and heartbreaking fashion, of course. They're dead last in the American League East on behalf of the Boston Red Sox. Yeah, it's been crazy thus far, and you know what's also crazy? The National League Central, because every team in the National League Central, oh, you gods, they are at least 500 and up. Cincinnati and Pittsburgh are dead last in the National League Central, but they're 20-17, so I will not be complaining if I were them. Oh, well, I think we've talked enough baseball. We got to talk about what's going on in the professional baseball. We got to talk about high school baseball. Yeah, high school baseball is pretty cool, isn't it, folks? I know, it's very cool. Today, it's Highland against Cuyahoga Falls. I will be doing public address announcing for that. Hopefully, we will win that game. That game will be here against Falls, who is wildly 2-13, but we'll see what Cuyahoga Falls has in stock today. Trying to pull it up on Max Preps. Who are the Falls Black Tigers? Only 2 wins to. Let's see here. It was to Revere. Wow, they beat Revere. And they beat Barberton. I know Barberton's having themselves a very frustrating season, if my memory best suits me right. Yep. Right now it is a deadlock for the American Conference between the Highland Hornets and Kent Roosevelt Rough Riders. We are 7-2-1. They are 7-2-1. We are still yet to make up that game against Roosevelt. That ended in a tie due to darkness. Yep, there have been 2 games this year to end in a tie due to darkness. Very odd, I know. But that's just how it is. That's just how it is. That's just high school baseball, ladies and gentlemen. And anyways, how many days till high school football? Yeah, we got to check that out. Let me check days until August 21st. It's 106 if I'm not mistaken. Let's find out. Yeah, it is 106. Whoa, sorry for the voice crack. Yeah, 106 days until the season begins. Just looking at my YouTube channel, WHBW, which is the home of Highland Athletics and some BW stuff, but mainly Highland Athletics, of course. I sit at 952 subscribers. Not too shabby. That is not too shabby at all. And hopefully it will continue to go up. I want it to go up. That'd be nice. I haven't done a broadcast in 6 days. My goodness. But the old grind's going to be back up and running soon. I mean, today is also senior day for the Highland Boys Lacrosse team. Won't be there because I got to do PA announcing for Highland baseball. But I wish them luck. As you know by now, we got ourselves a mighty good team. But yeah, what else is going on out there? Oh, yes, D3 baseball. Yeah, who would have thunk it? D3 baseball. It's going to be very good. Featuring the OAC tournament time. Yep, OAC tournament time. That's going to be very exciting to say the least. It is featuring BW. Yeah, there is that. We're number 10 in the country. Mount Union, Ohio Northern, and Muskingum. We play Ohio Northern today at 3 p.m. Ooh, that's going to be a good game. It's at Alliance at Mount Union, at the University of Mount Union, so I will not be there. Because that is, I don't know, like an hour from here and at least an hour from my house. Let me check. Mount Union is 33 miles from here. It's 55 minutes from Wadsworth. That's kind of a hike. And I'm not up to hikes. I am up to a lot of good fun stuff here on WCTV, which includes a lot of good shows. I'm tired of thanking you for watching. Have a good one. Thank you. Goodbye.
You're watching WCTV, Wadsworth Community Television.